Welcome to Gaziantep, Turkey for the 57th Senior European Karate Championships. Our program comes to you live from the Şahin Bey Sports Hall and is being broadcast on TV networks around the world and live streamed on Karate World TV. I'm Billy Brennan, and joining me to provide you with live commentary for all of the action. And here is the action that is lined up. Plus 86, plus 84, plus 68. Fantastic lineup of bronze medal bouts for this morning session. And to join me to provide you commentary with this is two-time world champion and three-time team world champion, Gilles Cherdou from France. Gilles, how are you?
Fine, Billy. Hey, everybody. Everything is okay, and I'm really pleased to talk about karate this morning with you and all the people.
Now, we've had 3 days of eliminations. We're now in the business end of the competition, the bronze medals and the gold medals, the European titles. Reflecting on your days as a competitor, Gilles, how did it feel for you when you were getting ready to go for a medal?
You know, it's like I'm really stressed, because I'm feeling the fight about like the competitors, and sometimes I just surprising myself to act like a competitor. And then the most important that on the tatami, the bout has to be good, has to be real, and really they show us during these 2 days very good karate, and really appreciate it.
Now, bronze medal match, female committee plus 68 kilograms. Aka, Kydonaki from Greece.
We're about to welcome the first of our two athletes onto the tatami, and first it is the fantastic fighter from Greece, Kydonaki, and she's up against Lesjak of Croatia. Very young athletes, Gilles. Kydonaki only 21 and Lesjak just 22 years of age. Is this a change of times, the youngsters coming through?
Yeah, I think that we just see that now new generation is coming up, and now it's, I think, not the old, but strong fighters are just at the end of the career. And now I think the young generation is now on the scene, They are just taking the power. But now, for my generation, we were just older. Now karate is now younger than younger. When you have medals, it means that you are quite young.
So just to let everyone know that we are looking at 3-minute bouts. And on the scoreboard, on the graphic as you see here, we have Greece in red, Croatia in blue. And the first score is going to be presented, and this is going to go to blue, and this is Greece. Kydonaki takes a 1-point score.
Yeah. And then that means that she's taller than the Greece, and she's really powerful, and she always attacking the first. So I think that this athlete, the Croatian one, is very confident in their attacks, in her attack. And the Greece, she's taller. She has to do the attacks now because she's late.
Oh, great counter there from Kydonaki. She puts in a kick to the body. That gives her a 2-point score. That's a wasari. The 1-point score is a yuko. That's for punches generally. And as you see also, there's a green dot alongside the score from Croatia. And that signifies the senchu. That gives her an advantage. But at the moment, the advantage can't be coming into play because she's trailing by 1 point. 2 points to 1 now, as we are into 1 minute 40 seconds still remaining on the clock. Plenty of time, Gilles, to get back into this, isn't it?
Yeah, but now the Croatian, she's late on the bout, and she has to do the fight. And now, as you see, that she's just going forward, and she has, because she used only her punches, and the Greece understand what happened, and now the Greece just go back and waiting for the Croatian attacks to react. As
so
you say.
Lesjak has to make that reaction. She is trailing now. She does have the century advantage. We are just over halfway through the bout, and still plenty of time on the clock. We've seen titles change hands in the last second, so there's a great deal of opportunity. There's a kick from Lesjak, the taller of the two, wearing the blue colours for Croatia. Kydonaki cleverly turns out of the corner and out of danger.
Staying 47 seconds.
But she receives a warning in the process. So that's a category 2, a yellow card. And you see on the screen now on the graphic the penalties. C1, C2.
Now the Greek team, the Greek school is very strong in defense. You know, when you Greek lead on the score, it's very tough. It's very difficult to get back on the score.
And the Greek fighter Kydonaki, Kydonaki, just 21 years of age. She was a European junior champion. She hasn't won at world level. Can she take a gold here as a senior? That's not going to be possible. It may going to have to be a bronze.
Oh, she can go outside.
Into the last 7 seconds. Again, she turns out of the corner, puts in that punch, and the coach has put up the card. He's going to ask for a video review. That signal from the referee shows that there's a video review request.
Very clever from the Greek coach because he broke the attacks of the Croatian. And now, oh yeah.
So the video review team down in the left-hand side of your screen, they're looking at these 4 screens where there's a camera behind each one of the judges, and they'll decide which of these gives them the best view, and then they'll relay that message back to say whether it was a score or not.
She got the point.
And the referee has awarded a point, so that levels still has that score, trailing by 2 points now. She does still have the century advantage. But in the last 15 seconds, she goes straight to Hansoko Chui.
Yeah.
Greece still leading, 3 points to 1. A fine win there, 3 points to 1 for Kydonaki.
Great fight from the Greek. In general, Greek do a good championship. The Greek team, male and female, they are good in this championship.
A little replay of some of that action. Already into our second bout, and this is again the plus 68 kilogram. And this is a bout between Scotland and France. Scotland's Niamh Junner, just 20 years of age. She has been a continental silver medalist as an under-21 athlete. And she's up against France's Nancy Garcia. More experienced Nancy Garcia, she's a world silver medalist. She's won 2 of the Karate One Premier Leagues and she's had 2 silvers. So do you know the athletes still in the national team? I mean, you're still very much a key player and on the technical director, and you've done so many roles and responsibilities, Gilles.
You know, it's very interesting for me because now I've seen as an athlete, as a coach, and now as a national technical director, all the possibilities to manage and to live my sport, our sport. And now seeing the athlete performing like this is very, very, for me, it's a very good thing. It's fantastic.
A cagey start to the bout between these athletes. They don't want to give away that first point and have a senchu against them, as the referee calls wakarete. That basically means to break, to separate. Then he has to call tasukate, and then they can start the match again. That's a relatively new addition to the rules, and it's working well, isn't it, Julian?
Yeah, it's a very good, interesting and good thing for the karate because we have to see the fight. And sometimes athletes were waiting for the time, and now it's really a good thing to make them acting, looking for a point every time, every second. They are to fight and not waiting and analyze what happened.
There's the first of the Category 2 warnings, and that goes against France's Nancy Garcia, the 24-year-old. Doesn't affect her scores at the moment. Good front hand there from Garcia. She kind of pushed Junner back into the corner and then let fly with that front hand punch there. Kazamazuki.
It's her specialty, just to make pressure and just attack with the front punch.
And you see the green dot alongside the score. That means she has the senchu advantage to go with it as well.
Yeah, I've seen the Scottish.
There's one flag for the punch from Neve Junner.
Yeah.
And the coach thought it was a score as well, so they've put in for a video review. And the team are looking. There's the punch you can see from Junner. Now, there are 6 criteria in which to give a score, and one of them is to be good form, on target. It must be a correct karate technique. So, what do you think?
No.
Well,
no,
the referee thinks it isn't,
no.
and he gives that signal to say it was a not score. But we saw the pad go past the face, so it wasn't a successful review, and that means that the coach can no longer call for a video review in the bout. Garcia cleverly frustrating her opponent here, isn't she?
You know,
just keeping.
I think the Scottish start just a little bit waiting for, just analyzing, but now she's more stronger. She's stronger now.
Yeah, she's looking to make the attacks, and she has no choice because she's trailing by 1 point, and she also has a senchu advantage against her. Forces Garcia off the tatami. That's a jogai. Now, if the referee feels that she was forced off or pushed off, or had he called Yame before, then it wouldn't be a warning.
Good attack for the French. She's a special attack. Kizamitsuki.
A front hand punch from Garcia gives her another score.
Good.
Oh, very good, very good. Junner's starting to get a bit frustrated. She's only 45 seconds left, and Garcia is now cashing in on those weaknesses, and she gives herself another 2-point score. Starting to slip away the options for Junner. She needs now big scores, 3-point scores, ippon scores.
Very good for Nancy, but Okay, first
Junner
point.
trails now by 3 points to 1. The Senchu still against her as well.
Penalty normally. Penalty, yeah.
It's going to be, you're absolutely right. And it's going against Nancy Garcia. She now has a kick, Hoku. Garcia tries to make that attack again with a kick. Junner tries to counter with a punch. Into the last 15 seconds we go. Again, that front hand punch from Garcia.
1 point.
But it is time for a video review from her coach. Niamh Junner gets another score. 2 points she trails by. She also has a Senchu against her. She's got 5 seconds still on the clock. Is this going to be a score for Garcia? There's the front hand you can see there on the top of the screen. There. Now, was it in correct distance or was it a valid score? We'll have to wait to see.
Maybe not.
No score. And it didn't reach the target, did it, Gilles? The arm was straight.
She can move away.
Junner, oh, very close to that. Can Junner get the punch in? No, she can't, as the clock ticks down to 0. And a fine win, 4 points to 2, and the Senchu advantage goes to France's Nancy Garcia.
The winner, Nancy Garcia from France.
Well, that's the first French medal in the Senior European Championships in Gaziantep, Turkey for France. Well done. Congratulations, Gilles.
Thank you. But Scottish girl was really, she is in good way to perform.
Moving on to the heavyweights in the male division, the bronze matches. This time we're looking at the plus 84 kilogram category. And the weight that you competed at, Gilles.
Yeah.
The big boys of the competition.
Such a long time, but yeah.
Your most memorable bout? I can think of one. South Africa, 96.
Of course, again my friends, Wayne Otto, my great friend, who is now coach of Norway. It was, for just a special thing. When I was young, he's a little bit older than me, and this guy was my idol.
Kosa from Slovakia.
Again, we see a young fighter, Tomas Kosa, just 20 years of age. Once more, it's an example of the youngsters coming up.
Talibov from Ukraine.
Talibov from Ukraine. Ukraine are doing some amazing stuff, actually. Considering the domestic problems, the war, that awful situation back home. They've been traveling, the sports teams from Ukraine have been traveling. They've been competing in the Karate One Premier League, Gilles, haven't they? And here we are seeing them in the medal bouts in the European Championships.
You know, for us, it's just amazing to see them there and how they can concentrate in performing. I think that it's a great example. And man, for this team, I am really impressive.
Joaquim Fernandez from Portugal, the referee, gets them underway. Thomas Kosa from Slovakia in red, up against Rizvan Talibov. Talibov dancing around. That's quite a... He's very light on his feet for plus 84, isn't he, Gilles?
Oh, very relaxed and fast. He's tall with
long levers.
Legs and
both just settling down in the centre again. Kosa trying to stay focused in the middle of the tatami. Talibov still very relaxed, front hand hanging very low. Is he waiting to use that front hand? Oh, combination there.
Yeah.
Video review, no doubt for this. Kosa just scratching the side of his head, hoping that it's successful. There's a video review signal from the referee. Now, which of the four screens? There's the punch over the top from Talibov as Kosa goes low with the Gyakuzuki. He's leaning off to the side. Is he going to be given that score? Because one of the criteria for Ippon is Zanshin, awareness, focus, concentration. Did he have that? Well, only those two referees in the corner will decide, and it is a no. So didn't meet the criteria. And instead he gets a warning because he asked the coach to give the video review, and it's not his job. So instead of a point, he gets a penalty. And Talibov, what a response. Talibov fires in that really high kick to the head. That's a 3-point score. Ippon, and watch for the green dot. He will get a senchu to go with it. There it is. Again, he tries the high kick, but this time it was Kosa who put in the punch just before that. He gets a point. He's on a Yuko score now. Has to be careful of those long legs from Talibov, doesn't he, Gilles?
You know, this kind of athlete are very, you know, you never know when the kick is coming, and for the opponent, it's really dangerous to leave this kind of fight, because you can just concentrate on his punches, and after, when you don't waiting for it, you have his kick on your face.
And he's so supple, isn't he? He's able. Look at that Uramoash, the hooking kick there. Perfect technique. Didn't meet the target, of course, but just an example of how flexible he is. And how high he chambers that knee position. Kosa gets another yellow card warning. That seems to be the tactic that Talibov is using. He fires in the front hand and then throws up that roundhouse kick afterwards. It almost comes in behind. And Kosa is not able to see it coming. So even though he's so tall, he's able to kick at close range as well as at length. Goes for a kick to the body.
He's really complete with his punches, his legs.
He has the full range, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he doesn't always go to the head, he just tried a kick to the body.
What I was watching is not, because I think he touched with his knee and he blocks the
So did the kick go in under the arm or did it go on the arm? If it was blocked by the back arm of Kosa, then it may not, it wouldn't be given as a score. If it went under the guard, then it could be. So the reason, as you quite rightly say, Gilles, was because the arm blocked it.
Yeah.
And to be fair to the coaches, they can't always see that, can
Of
they?
course.
It's all about angles. There again, that hooking kick from Talibov. And again, it goes up. He throws his kick out so easily. It's just like his arm, isn't
it?
It's effortless.
And now it's very difficult for the Tulja guy.
He's on 3 yellow cards now. The next one would be red. He would lose the match with a disqualification. Kosa still trying very hard. In the last 10 seconds, we got 9 seconds on the clock. This time it is Talibov who's going to be warned for pushing. He'll get a Hansoka Chui. Watch for that green dot. It will disappear. Senchu's gone. Kosa needs at least 2 points to draw or 3 to win the match.
Oh, yeah.
Uramoashi, that hook and kick comes up again from Talibov. Again, he stepped in with the punch, didn't he? And then the hook and kick.
Body and kick.
Another 3-point score. As he cruises into the last 5 seconds, comfortably winning. Kosa desperately trying to do all he can, but it's all too little, too late. And the bronze medal goes to Rizvan Talibov of Ukraine.
Congratulations to him, really a good fight.
The winner, Rizvan Talibov from Ukraine.
And there we saw in the crowd just a shot of the contingents from Ukraine. Great team, all been traveling, competing all around Europe. You see the height difference between the two.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the difference it made. They get a chance to have a look at some of the action of Rizvan Talibov.
Oh, yeah.
Male Kurte plus 84 kilograms bronze medal match. Aka, Gogita Arkania from Georgia.
Here comes a man, Gogita Arkania from Georgia, the Olympian.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. The current world champion.
One of the greatest fighters in the world. This guy is amazing.
So consistent, isn't he? And he's up against a young whippersnapper, so to speak, Greg Anderson of Scotland, 23 years of age. Another youngster up against the 38-year-old Gogita Arkania. But look at the way he's still delivering the goods, though. He's a current world champion. He's been a former world champion. 6 Karate 1 Premier Leagues he's had. His wife, Tatia, she's a WKF referee. They have children who are competing. The little son won a gold medal in his first match.
Really?
He was trailing 2-0 and won 3-2 with a Nippon. Ashiburai takedown and scored. I wonder where he got that idea from. Of course, this man, that's where it came from. Now, Greg Anderson, what can he do? He knows all about his opponent here. He knows the pedigree of the opponent and the challenge he has for this bronze medal. Anderson hasn't won at world or continental level, but he has taken a bronze medal in the Series A in Pamplona in Spain recently, so he is on form. Scotland are doing well. This is their second medal attempt, and I do know they have others to come as well. So And Scotland have produced world champions, team and individual in the past. Great fighting nation. Oh, Anderson goes high. Arkania goes low with that Yakuzuki. Arkania, although he has all of that experience, he's not taking any chances here. He knows that taller Greg Anderson is a very capable young athlete. Referee calls Yame. Referee gives a warning, rolls his arms. It's a chikoku for both of them. That's a passivity warning. Just under half of the match gone to go. Referee calls a wakarete. They separate. How do you think they're going to unlock this stalemate at the moment?
Because the Scottish. Oh yeah, very good. Very fast. I think that the Scottish was waiting. I don't think that's a good.
Strategy.
No.
You're right. Anderson went high. He was waiting for Arkania. Arkania went under the guard, under that front hand, and put in that reverse punch to the body.
Of course.
So Anderson now will have to change his tactics. He's only got 47 seconds left to go.
And now he changed. Oh.
Tries a hooky kick round the back, but Arkania knows so well.
That's the only way for him
what
to.
Tactics are going to be played here. Now the whistle you heard was from the official who sits alongside the tatami. You can just see him in the background there, looking round at the table, and just to make sure that the clock is recording the correct times. Anderson trying to put pressure on Arkania, standing his ground as we go into the last 30 seconds of the bout. See the difference in the heights here. Anderson has got to pull out something now. It's just 14 seconds still on the clock. Arkania again standing his ground.
He knows how to do.
He's frustrating the young Scottish fighter. Just standing, he's frustrating him. He's getting inside his guard, inside the kicks, not doing too much. He's going to lose the senchu. Now, Anderson has got to score at least 1 point in this last second. He's got to come off the line and go for it. But he goes.
Perfect. Easy.
He had to go for it. He's frustrated, slaps his hands in frustration. But he's lost to a fantastic world champion by the narrowest of margins. So he can be proud of that, can't he?
Yeah. Because he's good, but I think maybe it was just looking at the Gogika too much, just maybe too impressed, too much impressed by him.
Yeah, he was giving him perhaps too much respect.
Exactly, that's the perfect word. Too much respect, but he has to be respected.
Oh, but who would not give this man respect? Absolutely, he deserves it. An Olympian, a double world champion, the current world champion. He has the whole package.
Yeah.
And now he has a European title, a European bronze medal, should I say, to go with it. There's the frustration on the face of Anderson. So moving away from the male category and back to the female, this time the minus 68 kilogram category. Greece again with their fighter up against Armenia's Anita Makyan. Friederike Dinger from Germany, the referee for the bout. Vasiliki Panetsidou from Greece, the number 2 seed for the competition from the last European Championships. Now, this young fighter, just 22 years of age, from Armenia, Makyan. She's got a tall order here against Panetsidou. Vicky Panetsidou has been a European champion, European silver medalist, European bronze medalist. She's been a European champion as a cadet. She's also won 4 Karate 1 Premier Leagues. Again, a very, very experienced fighter. And I have to say, it's great that she's on the tatami and not sitting alongside me commentating, which she has done in the Premier League recently.
Yeah.
So, best wishes to both of these fighters. Makyan has got a lot to do if she wants to overcome Vasiliki Panetsidou. And Panetsidou on the front foot at the moment, trying to put her young opponent, Makyan, under pressure. Makyan hasn't won any international medals yet, but that doesn't mean to say that today isn't the day. So on rare occasions when you were a so-called underdog, and maybe in your very, very early career, how do you think the less experienced fighter prepares for such a match?
You know, I think that I don't know if you can prepare it because you have to live it first of all. Oh, you have to live it.
My goodness me!
Yeah, she's fantastic, this girl, because a long time she's performing on the tatami, and since cadet, as you say, and now for this championship, and as usual, she's very strong.
Well, Vasiliki Panetsidou is now opening the score with a 3 points. She gets the century advantage. She's using her favorite technique, the Uramawashi, really in close. That's a technique that we often see with Angelika Teliuga of Ukraine. But Panetsidou is really on form. She beat her nemesis, Silvia Semerero from Italy, on the way through. There's the kick coming up to the head. Now, the kick doesn't have to make contact with the target. It can be up to 5 centimeters away. But there's a kick coming up as it went round and hooking back. There was a video review, and the video review was for the punch from Anita Makyan. It was successful. So we have 1 point for Makyan and 3 points for Panetsidou. So watch out for that Uramawashi again from Panetsidou. She dances along that Jogai line. She just steps off the tatami. She'll get a category 2 warning for that.
I think that it's
another point. This time she'll get the century advantage to go with it because it was unopposed. So the green dot will appear, no doubt, alongside the score. Panetsidou this time stays in close.
She's doing her match, the Armenian girl. Makyan,
Oh, no. Here's a video review request from the coach of Anita Makyan.
Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, maybe,
So we'll have to look to see.
Oh,
There's the kick coming in at the back now. Was it good enough to score? In your opinion, Gilles?
Yes.
You think it's a score?
But that's
and it was a score. Now, very, very interesting. 1 minute 20 seconds. The score is now 4-4. Remember, the green dot signifies the century still lies with Vasiliki Panetsidou. That was a great call from the coach, Gilles, wasn't it? To call that video review. Panetsidou wants to come away from that line. She doesn't want another jogai.
Push.
They kind of, there's a bit of a clinch going on there.
Yeah.
And they stumbled to the mat, so the referee doesn't give a warning to either.
Yeah,
the line came Vicky Velasiki Panetsidou.
The coach is
Clever tactic, because she'd been stepping back each time, and that time she made an attack. Caught out Anita Makyan by surprise.
So this is experience.
The way she changed her tactics that time.
Oh, the last time for
29 seconds, so she has to be careful now.
Vasiliki to,
So she now on Hansoka Chui. She still keeps the senchu because it's not within the last 15 seconds, but she cannot step off the tatami anymore, otherwise she would lose the bout. She's going back close to that line once more, but she turns out of trouble. Makyan needs to attack. She's got to go forward into the last 17 seconds we go. Up comes a kick from Makyan. Panetsidou holds her hands high, keeps out of trouble. Video review request coming from the coach of Anita Makyan. Just 9 seconds still to go. There's the punch, top left-hand screen. There's the punch that's being contested. Now, was it just to the side of the face, or was it on target? It can score if it hits the throat or the neck, but did it meet the target? That's what's being considered. Or did the pad, as you see there, pass?
Nothing.
And it passed. So it didn't meet the criteria for Ippon, no score.
The target was not there.
Into the last 9 seconds we go. Still, Panetsidou leading 5 points to 4. This time, Panetsidou's coach puts up the card. Is this more tactical, do you think?
This is. Now for Vasiliki to just have a moment. No. Nothing. No.
No score.
Oh, yeah.
Tries to hold her off, but a great side kick there. What a powerful midsection kick. Vasiliki Panetsidou seals the deal and takes home the bronze medal. Fantastic performance from Vasiliki Panetsidou of Greece.
The Armenian was a good fighter. She was very interesting.
Very good. But she was trailing. She started to come back with that Ippon score. 4-4 it went. All smiles now. Great performance. The experience paid off in the end.
Schroeter, medal, Germany. France.
Another great fighter from France, Alice Agier. Tell us all about Alice Gilles. You know all about this fighter?
Yeah, she's really a great fighter, good mentality, quite a captain of the team, and she's an exceptional girl. You know, she has a long experience, and she wants again. I think that she loves what she's doing. She's born for karate, and now she's living her dream.
Well, she has been a world and a world champion and a world bronze medalist as a senior. She's also been a European champion and a silver medalist. Great deal of experience. 7 Karate One Premier League she's won. Agier, 27 years of age, is up against Germany's Madeleine Schroeter, who is just 22 years of age. Pikko Heinonen from Finland, the referee, gets them back into action.
We've heard the voice of Olivier Baudry, the French coach.
He was a teammate of yours.
Yeah.
Olivia, what a team France had. And of course, still have.
Blue, yeah.
Out go the flags in support of Agier.
The German, they never give up. They're always fighting, girls and men. And we can just imagine how until the last there will be an attack from her. Alize like staying in the corner. I don't like this, but she likes it.
But she kind of lulls her opponent in, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And the opponent then thinks, I'm going to spring an attack in a moment, and then she gets caught out. That's part of the strategy from Agier.
But even if when you know it, it's the stress. It's the stress. But she's.
No, that was it. That was a good. This time, her tactic didn't pay off, and she went into that corner once more, but she didn't get caught out. Oh, what a way to reply, though. Punch to the face from Agier. Schroeter with a video review. Unusual to see that man in the coach's box. Jonathan Horn, the world champion, former world champion and Olympian. Was he correct in that call? There's the counter punch. Yeah, that looks pretty good. As Agier went forward, what do the video review team make of it?
Yes.
And they agree. Good. Lars Sørensen puts up the green card. Good call from the famous Jonathan Horn. Sadly, his Olympic dream came to an end when he sustained an injury to his shoulder in the Olympics in Tokyo 2020. Of course, the Olympics were actually last year in 2021, but it was still titled Tokyo 2020 because of the pandemic delaying the Olympic Games.
Oh yeah, very good. Very
this
good.
is really great exchange of
Maybe
techniques.
a little bit contact, but I think that good.
Agier leading 4 points to 2. Goes for a kick round the back. Into the last 35 seconds we go.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Madeleine Schroeter, what a technique that was.
Yeah.
3-point score, that gives her the advantage now. She's going to be leading 5 points to 4. Agier needs at least 1 point to bring that Senchu into play. Schroeter steps off the tatami, off the mat.
Very good technique. Relax and just react.
Now she tried to frustrate Agier in the last 15 seconds. Agier trying to put all the pressure she can on. Goes high for the punch. Oliver Baudry puts up the card. He thinks it was a score. Let's have a look. But certainly there were punches flying in from all angles from both fighters.
No, I think it's
one of the criteria is correct distance.
Yeah.
Was it too close?
I think, but
and just so that you're aware,
yeah, correct.
The video review team are not in the arena. They're away from the tatami. There was a Jodan kick from Schroeter. And the card has gone up once more from Jonathan Horn.
And now the German, now she understood what she has to react with the legs, because Alicia has to come to have 1 point.
There was the kick, top right hand side, top right hand screen. You could see the kick go up. Now, did it meet the target? That's the question. And sometimes
You can,
with 7 seconds to go and the fighter leading, this can be a tactical call as much as a genuine call for a point.
No.
It's been rejected, so both coaches have lost their cards now. 7 seconds to go. Alicia Agier trying to put her under pressure. Madeleine steps off the tatami. She'll get a Hansokachui.
1 point.
Another 2 yellow cards. With just 2 seconds to go. Alicia Agier has to go forward if she wants to win.
Yeah, last second.
My goodness me.
Last
2 seconds on the clock.
Whoa, 2 seconds again.
Wow. And now 6 points to 8. She trails 8-8, but she has the century advantage. 2 seconds on the clock. Now watch for Schroeter to come straight off the line.
I think the chrono was not on.
But you see a discrepancy here. 10 points to 5 it says on the scoreboard. But that will be sorted out. Put the score on the... Here we are, 5-5 now. The scores are flying around all over the place, but it is 5-5. And the century advantage remains with Alicia Agier as the clock ticks down to 0. Madeleine Schroeter just falls to the tatami earlier. She was so frustrated in losing that bronze medal in such a way, but what a champion this fighter is. Alicia Agier takes that bronze medal for France. Fantastic, and congratulations once more, Gilles.
Thank you. 2 good fighters, and as I said, the German, you never know, you never won until the last second.
It's winner, Agier Alize, France.
And it was the century advantage that made the difference.
Next category, minus 84 kilogram, of Turkey.
Male minus 84 kilogram now. Great shout from the crowd. Lovely to see crowds again in karate competition, isn't it, Gilles?
Yeah.
We've missed them so much. But the crowd from Turkey get behind their man. Murat Oz, 25-year-old. Jan Kristoffersen from Denmark, a referee. So we have a 25-year-old in Murat Oz wearing the red colours for Turkey. He's up against Macedonia's Petar Spasenovski, who's just 24 years of age. Spasenovski did win a European title as a senior. And Oz was a silver medalist as a under-21 fighter.
It's so important for them, you know, for just the beginning of the fight, not to make mistake and just to feel what the opponent is doing. So sometimes we can have some kinds of moment that they are still waiting, observing and just waiting for the good moment.
Still being very cagey between both of them. Murat Oz in red, looking to put pressure on Spasenovski. But the long range of Spasenovski, will he be using that front hand? Referee gives them to Sukate. Come on, get into it, let's go. Halfway through the bout, no score against each of them. Oz goes high and then low with a punch.
Macedonian is very fast.
You see Spasenovski tried for the kick. Again, bouncing technique or strategy from Murat Oz, trying to think of a way through the defences of the taller Petar Spasenovski. Once more he tries that double attack, goes for an Ashibarai, the foot sweep. Going to get warned for holding on though. Good. Petar Spasenovski goes for that long lever, that front hand strike, and he gets a point for it.
I think I've seen the Turkish point.
Now the coach of Murat Oz asked for a video review.
Aldun Alagast. Yeah, I think there is one. Yeah.
That's the point that he's calling. He thinks it should score. Oh, it wasn't accepted. So that fantastic fighter, the coach of Turkey, Alagas, loses the card. And this time it is Spasenovski who receives another point.
Now the Turkish has to make a legs. Yeah. It's the only way for him to win this fight.
Just 5 seconds still on the clock. Murat Oz having to force his opponent off the tatami. Spasenovski will lose the Senchu advantage. Murat Oz has to score at least 2 points to be in contention for this bronze medal. Goes for a kick round the back. Time ticks down to 0. And the fine win goes to Macedonia's Petar Spasenovski. Puffs out his cheeks there. He thought, well, he was under sustained pressure towards the end of that, wasn't he, Gilles?
Yeah. But I'm surprised with the level of the Macedonian guy, really a good fighter. Didn't know him before, and look at how fast he is.
Next category, male kumite, minus 84 kilogram. Aka, Martina Misha.
Male Kumite, minus 84. We're sticking with the same category. This time the bout is between Italy and Belgium. Martina, number 4 seed for the competition. World champion under 21 in the minus 75 kilogram categories, up against Belgium's Valid Begali, 22 years of age. And this referee is the wife of Gogita Arkania.
Oh yeah.
Tati. So just to give an indication and a demonstration of how versatile karate is as a sport, it really is a family sport. It's one of those disciplines where you can train in the same class with your children or your grandchildren if you're a granddad, as I proudly am.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All the bouts are for 3 minutes. Belgium wearing the blue colours. Italy's Martina in red. Referee encourages them to get into some action. Passivity warning, and that goes to both of them.
Belgium is a surprise of this championship. I think that we know them, but they came with a great team, male team, and they beat Turkish by team.
Yes, in the team bouts.
And their levels is up. And, I think they're young and with a good future.
Into the second half of the bout, still no score between either of them.
They knew each other. They knew.
Begali has been a junior bronze medalist, European level. Martina, more experienced, world under 21 champion. He's been a senior continental champion and a bronze medalist. Oh, now he starts to go into action. There's a video review request from his coach. Martina certainly made that explosive attack there. So we're looking at blue. No. So he did 3 punches there. The first one seemed to be too short. The last one seemed to have passed. What about the one in the middle? What happened there? It was a no. Lars Sorensen says no. Two-thirds of the bout gone. Still no score. Fast attack there from Begali. Martina steps off the tatami. Can't go off the tatami any longer. into the last 30 seconds. Still no score. If it remains 0-0, the referee and the judges will determine the outcome by Hante, which is a decision they'll make in favour of red or blue. Blue. This time Legali goes low with a reverse punch to the body. So it doesn't seem that the referees will have to do this at the moment. Bailli
Both as
Legali gets a score, as does Martina. So no sensu. It may still go down to the referee's decision with just 7 seconds left on the clock. Again, Legali goes low. Just as he does,
the last
the
second
clock goes down to 0. That's how close it can be. Martina, as the coach putting in a video review, this is going to be crucial for Martina.
But no, Martina is not on the good distance.
There's the punch in.
No.
And it is a no score. 2 points to 1. Legali will also have the sensu advantage, but that means very little because he's won the match and taken the bronze medal. Shouldn't say gold, it's not gold yet. Bronze medal in the European Championships. I bet he wish it was gold, but he's on his way to better things, the 22-year-old from Belgium, no doubt.
Its winner, Legali Belgium.
Female minus 61 kilogram category now. Bronze medal bout. This is between Ukraine and Germany. This is Lynn Schnell of Germany, 24 years of age. She's up against Anita Serogina, 32 years of age from Ukraine. So Lynn Schnell wearing the red colour. She's from the Netherlands. And Anita Serogina, the number 2 seed in the competition from Ukraine. Serogina has been a continental champion and 3 times a silver medalist. She has been a world silver medalist in addition to that. Schnell, a world bronze medalist, so both of them with some pedigree. Slow start to the bout. Great deal of respect being shown from each of them. Serogina, though,
very good
moves
technique
in
from the Ukrainian girl.
She takes the first point.
Gyakutsuki Chudan.
A reverse punch to the body, the backhand. Language for karate is Japanese. Most of the action is conducted by flag gesture from the judges and hand signals from the referee. Try to make the rules as simple to understand as possible. So the fighters can score with kicks or punches or strikes. The scoring areas include the head, the face, the neck, the chest, the side of the body, the abdomen, the back. So they can score on several different parts of the body. Kicks to the head, 3 points. Kicks to the body, 2 points. And punches, 1 point. Unless it is on the floor, which case it could be a 3-point score. So this is a 1-point score. And it's going once again to Anita Serogina of Ukraine in blue. Another punch from Serogina, this time to the body. It seems like Lynn Schnell is getting a little lost in terms of a game plan, isn't it? She's finding it difficult.
She doesn't know how to do now because Anita understands what she's doing, Lynn, and she's in the good moment, the best moment every day, every time. So now the Netherlands girl, I think, tried to do something, but she doesn't have the solution. But I can understand because Anita is very strong. She's very strong. She know.
But she just seems to be in control. She's so relaxed, isn't she?
No stress. Yeah, she's relaxed. Understand the distance, the techniques. She would. How confident she is.
Yeah, and she changes from that relaxed posture and springs the trap and makes the attack. So what is Lynn Schnell going to do? She's just 10 seconds left. Maybe it's going to be too much against the more experienced Anita Serogina. Oh, the referee just checking to see if Schnell is injured. There was a kick from Serogina. Now there are two areas of warnings. One is category 1 and the other category 2. We've seen category 2. This is the first of the category 1s, and this is generally for contact violations. So if they hit somebody too hard, whether or not it's an accident. Yeah. Fine win. Anita Serogina from Ukraine takes the bronze medal.
It's winner, Anita Serogina, Ukraine.
With the female Kumite minus 61 kilogram category continuing, Veronika Kotovsky from Macedonia, and she'll be up against another fighter from France, Laura Silver. Jahangir Babiev of Azerbaijan, the referee for the bout. Once more, a French fighter, Gilles.
Yeah.
And no doubt you know about her.
Yeah, she's, now she's new in this category. She did the World Championship, but unfortunately she was not classified. And now she She's the best in France in this category, and she has a good front leg, Uramaoshi, and she's very clever, but some little bit experience more because she just passed through the final just like 1 second.
Wow.
It was incredible.
Wow.
And but Macedonia is a good fighter too, strong.
So both of them getting a category 2 warning. Kostovska wearing the red colours for Macedonia. Sitting back, she comes over the top with a punch. That was quite clever because she,
very quick.
Sever sort of was starting to get into that attacking mode.
Yeah.
And Kostovska held her off, scores her first point. She'll also have the senchu. Again, she's using her punching technique to great advantage. She's working the timing well, isn't she?
She is very fast.
So what advice would Oliver Baudry be giving to Sever?
Just don't hesitate. She has to attack and just don't make too many movement. Because she's doing middle attacks. Point by point, or just a good front leg.
When she that was a clever one. That was a clever kick from Sever. Now the coach has gone for a video review request. The judges didn't go for the score. It really depends on the angles, and let's see if we can determine which is the best of the screens to look at. There's the kick coming up. Now it can hook round, it can hit, it can score with the heel, and it can score with the flat of the foot.
So
are they?
Yes,
of course, Mr. Gamble from England says yes, and it was a great gamble from Oliver Baudry because he was absolutely correct to put that card up. Great call from the coach, Gilles.
Really. Now she doesn't have to give the distance. She's staying, and maybe But the Macedonian, she's fast. I think that she will continue to attack, and she's really dangerous.
Oh! And so is Laura Sever.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That front hand punch came in from Kostovski. Kostovski tried that punch, but she walked into the trap again, set by Laura Sever with that kick. And that was what she was looking for, that get those kicks into play, wasn't it?
Yeah. But what it's interesting, that means that the Macedonian, she will continue to fight until the last second, until she takes a kick. Look at.
She's still going forward, isn't she? She's still trying to score.
Yeah. Until the last second. I love it.
Yeah, great spirit.
Yeah.
Great fighting spirit. She is 6-2 down. If this is a score.
Maybe no, maybe one. Yeah.
It will draw her closer. She's still got a long way to go, 35 seconds.
Yes.
So can't see which of the scores, and this time it's a no.
35 seconds.
But her endeavour could well pay off in these last 30 seconds. It's still France's Laura Sever leading. And this time it does pay off for Veronika Kostovska. She'll get a score. She trails now by 3 points. Remember, she has the sensu advantage. If she can get a nip on, 3-point score, she will win the match.
Good, Laura.
Well, Laura is going to be warned for holding on. She's on Hansoku Chui, so she can't step off the tatami. Kostovska will have to try and force an error if she can. Force her off the tatami. Trying to frustrate now. Sever must not hold on. She mustn't push.
Lost his sensu normally. Yeah.
Now this time it is Kostovska.
No.
Who gets warned.
Hansoku Chui, huh?
There has to be time wasting for her to lose the sensu.
Take care with the watch out for the
Kostovska will lose the sensu advantage. 6 points to 3.
1 second.
1 second on the clock. Sever perhaps has done enough unless Kostovska can score 3 points in this last second.
She has to protect.
It is possible.
Yeah, but she has to protect his head.
She has to. Sever has to keep her hands high,
yeah.
or go for a Chudan side kick. Oh, that was close, you know, for
Very good.
Kostovska.
She's very strong.
She, as you said, did not stop fighting right to the last second, did she? And it's becoming a habit to congratulate you, Gilles, for France.
Yeah, thank you.
Another bronze medal. Fantastic.
That's good. It's a young, except Alize. She's, yeah. But you know, I love because they are young, good spirit, and they want to fight. And I love this mentality.
Yes.
A good, great French team. A lot of respect to the opponent.
Minus 55 kilogram category. A match between Azerbaijan and Italy. Martina Sadigova for Azerbaijan and Veronika Brunori of Italy. Again, Gilles, two very young fighters, one just 20 years old and the other 21. Sadigova, 20 years of age. Up and coming youngsters once again in the medal bouts in the 57th Senior European Karate Championships here in Gaziantep, Turkey.
You know, Billy, I think that with the Olympic Games, a lot of fighters from the X generation, they just stop and accept the best one, but a lot of stop and after just now coach or their trainer.
But how the Olympics has inspired the youngsters to keep going and to one day perhaps it will be them on the podium.
So I think that now it's natural what the word just switch and
natural progression
for them, and Now they are the new generation. They are the new generation. And I think Olympic was a dream even for them. They tried.
And it was such a challenging qualification system, wasn't it, Gilles, for the Olympics? So hard, so many hurdles to cross.
Yeah. A lot of injuries.
So Italy's Veronica Brunori receives a warning. Martina Sadigova, she was a junior silver medalist. She hasn't won a senior title yet, or a senior bronze medal. You see the colours on the shoulders, which is becoming a commonplace now for all WKF events around the world. The athletes have to wear those colours on the shoulders, and there was a great punch from Sadigova. From Brunori. But there's a video review from the coach of Sadigova. So the referee won't give a sensu until this has been determined. The outcome. There's the punch from Sadigova. Looking at the punch from red. And Mr. Saracen says, yes, it was a score. Martina Sadigova. So no sensu advantage by either of them now, because the match is still evenly balanced. And there's a shootout punch. Great timing there from Martina Sadigova. Wakarete is the signal from the referee to separate. Both of them going in with punches. Again, it is Sadigova of Azerbaijan who takes the score. Video review request from the Italian coach. Was the distance correct?
Maybe not, but the point is, but I think I think yes. Because she has a little touch.
And again, great call from the coach and a great call from Gilles Cherdou with all of your years of experience and 5 world titles. If anyone recognises a point, it will be you. This time, a point for both sides. Very evenly balanced about this, isn't it, Gilles?
I think that, she's very dangerous, the Azerbaijan girl, but this Italian don't give her last word. I think that 34 seconds left, and she could.
As it stands, she would need a 2-point score.
Yeah.
She trails 4 points to 3 in the sensu. That green dot is held by Sadigova.
But with Italian, we never know.
On Sokachui, a warning. Category 2, Veronica Brunori receives her last yellow card, category 2. Punts down in the last 10 seconds. Sadigova stays in close. Brunori has to go for her. The referee has invoked a Hansoku against the Italian fighter, Brunori, for failing to follow the instruction of the referee. That's a little frustrating for her, of course.
Yeah.
A great win and a fantastic bronze medal for Azerbaijan with Martina Sadigova.
Is winner Martina Sadigova, Azerbaijan. Next category, female committee, minus 55 kilogram. Connell, Amy, Scotland. Lesjak, Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Minus 55 kilogram category this time. And another fighter from Scotland,
Yeah.
Amy Connell.
I think that the best Scottish girl I've seen in this tournament.
Amy has been an excellent fighter
Yeah.
in the competition. Really fired up for this. She's up against Bosnia and Herzegovina's Nejra Sipkovcia. Amy Connell has won a bronze medal before as a senior at continental level and also as a cadet. Can she take another bronze medal today? We'll have to wait and see. Subota has been a silver medalist as a junior, so this could be an exciting bout. Referee calls Wakarete, separates them. Connell trying to take control of the bout in the centre of the tatami. This is the third bronze medal challenge from Scotland. They have yet to get a win for a bronze medal.
Yeah.
Is this the one? Connell certainly wants it to be so. Subota is not going to allow that to happen if she can help it, because she's going to take a score. Nejra Subota takes the opening Yuko 1 point score. She'll also have the Senchu advantage to go with it. Puts a bit more pressure on Connell. But she's still staying on the game plan. She's staying in close, trying to put her opponent under pressure. Amy Connell from Scotland, 28 years of age. She's up against the youngster, Subota, just 18 years of age.
Really?
Still young enough to compete in the Junior European Championships. And wanted to step up to the senior ranks. Subota steps off the tatami. Amy Connell trying to keep her under pressure. She needs to get a score on the board. Still plenty of time though, 1 minute 48 seconds, Jill, isn't there?
Yeah. And now this solution is just rage.
That was clever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the pressure and react.
She went low for the score with that punch off the backhand, and there is a video review request from the coach of Subota. But at the moment it stands 1-1. Outcome of this video review will determine whether that changes or not. The Senchu, that green dot, still remains with Nejra Subota of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Did the punch go past the head? Because Connell was leaning down to the side as her punch went in. And
my
Bailli,
point of view,
did it miss the target? Look at the
Yeah.
bottom left. Can you see the blue pad passing the face? Is it a score or isn't it a score? Very important decision from the video review team, and
yeah.
Mr. Larsen says no. No score. Again. Now that would have been a good call for the coach.
yeah,
That punch looked pretty cool. Sipocha now trying to hold on. She is in 1 minute 30 seconds, just under. This time it's going to be Amy Connell of Scotland to get warned. Chikoku for holding on. She's going to maintain that pressure, no doubt. She still trails from the Senchu advantage, but she doesn't have to panic just yet. She's still got plenty of time. As Nejra Sipocha just collapses to the tatami, doesn't go off the tatami. Still, Connell putting her under pressure, goes over the top with a reverse punch. Still stays with it. Sipocha cleverly ducks under the attack from Connell, moves away. 1 minute 5 seconds still on the clock.
she's under pressure, the Bosnian.
Very much so. She comes in
Yeah.
now. Will she get? She's got to be careful of that.
Yeah.
She's going to be accused of pushing, and she is. So she's now on Hansoka Chui. She cannot step off the tatami. A minute is a long time on the mat. Connell still putting her under pressure. Sipocha has to stand her ground. Tries to get out of the way, turns and gets away. Connell still under the attack. 44 seconds. It goes again for it. She still has to score at least 1 point from Connell.
Her defense is
Sipocha
good.
trying to hold. She's ducking underneath.
Yeah,
Taisabaki, the body movement, really clever from Sipocha,
Yeah.
avoiding the move off the mat.
Just to know if she's able to.
Connell once more comes off the mat. Into the last 30 seconds we go. Sipocha still trying to avoid stepping off the tatami. Again she moves around. Again she gets out of trouble. Connell still pushing forward into the last 15 seconds. Again, Sipocha, the same tactic now. She has to be careful because she's already on Hansoka Chui.
Yeah.
And this time it is Connell who's going to be penalised for pushing. But the judges don't agree. Connell still steps forward. She goes forward, she tries a punch. Into the last 9 seconds we go. Sipocha still ducking out of the way. Connell, can she make it? Goes over the top of the punch. And the flags come out. And her pressure and sustained pressst against Nejra Sipocha looks to have paid off. Connell's going to get the score.
She cannot do more.
And she'll overcome that Senchu advantage held by Sipocha. Now Sipocha is laying on the tatami. The doctor's coming on to have a look. They will be looking to see if this was a contact violation or not. If it was a contact violation, it may be a warning and not a point. Connell is just now holding her breath, desperately hopes that this is going to be a point. The judges certainly went for it, Gilles.
You know, maybe there's something serious contact. Isabel will see, our doctor.
Well, certainly the coach is shaking his head. He doesn't believe there's anything untoward. And it could be a contact in the eye, of course, that may have been dislodged, and that is possible. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a contact violation.
Yeah.
Sometimes when that happens, but look, where is he? Is he wiping the nose with that? Tense times for Amy Connell of Scotland.
I think because she was pushing, pressure, and that's natural. But the Bosnian just run around the tatami.
Now the judges did go for the score. The referee is speaking with the medical team. The referee will come back and make a recommendation to them, or will
1 point.
wait to see if the score remains.
You see, the coach is just saying to his athlete that waiting for 1 point. Maybe she wants to have the point, and still she has to have 1 point to get to the score.
So the 18-year-old Subota has to get her gum shield back in. Amy Connell from Scotland, looking desperately over. Is this going to be a score for me and a bronze medal, or is this going to be a warning? And just 2 seconds left on the clock. We will wait and see what the referee's recommendation is going to be.
I think point.
We have
I think point.
judges still with a point.
That's normal. That's normal.
And they're going to penalise with a Hansoku against Lesjak Subota. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Amy Connell from Scotland takes the bronze medal in the 57th Senior European Championships in
Karate
Turkey.
beauty.
What a wonderful moment. Can't get round that box. Great hugs from the coach. Fantastic moment for Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was that sustained pressure, that fighting spirit, that Scottish fighting spirit.
That's beautiful. That's karate.
Which brought that bronze medal home.
Next category, male committee, minus 75 kilogram. Aka, Shabani and Hami, Kosa.
The tension was immense in that last match. No doubt it'll be immense once more as we move on to the male minus 75 kilogram category. And this is a bout between Kosovo and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Elhami Shabani from Kosovo is up against Hamza Tulja. Shabani, the older of the two fighters, 28 years of age. He was 7th place in Porridge, Croatia in the European Championships, the last European Championships. He was also 5th place in Istanbul in the Karate One Premier League in 2021. But other than that, he hasn't taken any senior medals. Tulja from Bosnia and Herzegovina, just 20 years of age, another example of the youngsters coming up. So the referee allowing the match to run at the moment because the pressure is being brought to bear against Tulja from Shabani. Shabani trying to get him to step off the tatami or to force him into an error for an attack. Both receive a warning for passivity. Oh, there's a strong kick round the back. Now,
good try.
It was a good try. It didn't come off. It didn't score from the judges, and it didn't convince the coach either. Referee separates them, gets them back into action once more.
Oh,
front hand, yes.
Well, pure.
Shabani's front hand, that Kazamazuki attack, opens the score. And he'll get the senchu, the green dot. Goes to that kick round the back once again. There's a lot of ring craft involved in karate, isn't there?
Yeah.
How do you coach it? How do you practice it?
You know, just it depends on everybody, you know, because everybody has not every fighter has not the same possibility. But from the not the coaching but the training, I mean that we have to be face to face and just react from the attacks of the others and just manage the movement on the tatami, you know. But nothing special. It depends on
the circumstance.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the judges here to decide whether or not this is going to be a score. There's a long punch there from Shabani.
Maybe yes.
Was it within range, or was it deemed to be too far away?
Yeah.
And it is a valid score. So, great call from the coach. Elhami Shabani of Kosovo now gets 2 points, and he has that green dot, that sent you advantage. Going to get a warning this time. Tulja has got a lot of work to do in this last minute. Still has time, tries the leg sweep. The roundhouse kick comes in from Shabani. Punch goes in from Tulja.
A little bit close.
The coach feels it was valid, but it will be determined now by the video review team down on the left of the screen. The video review team will be see with the headset. The review team has said no score. That time was good though from Tulja. That front hand distance was correct. Didn't need a video review on this occasion.
Could you see how when he changed of strategy, he could make the difference?
And that was why it worked for him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tulja still putting his man under pressure. He needs to get another score at least. Shabani receives a warning. He's on category 2. Just 3 seconds to go. He's lost the advantage. Tulja just needs 1 point to draw the match, and then it'll be a Hante decision. Shabani standing in really close to his opponent as the clock ticks down to 0. It's Shabani from Kosovo who takes the win and the bronze medal. Tense moments toward the end of that bout.
Its winner, Shabani Elhami, Kosovo.
The Kosovan team delighted with that bronze medal win from Elhami Shabani.
Busa.
Now we have a great match coming up for you here. The male minus 75 kilogram category continues, and this is between a young 23-year-old Bados from Spain, Bernardino Carlos Bados, is up against the fantastic Olympic champion Luigi Busa. Who would have expected to have someone like Luigi Busa, the grand winner from last season's Karate Premier League, the Olympic gold medalist, was beaten in the semi-final by a young whippersnapper from England, Brandon Wilkins, just 21 years of age, who will be going for gold later. But Luigi Busa, 7 times he's been a Karate 1 Premier League winner, world champion, Olympic champion. He's qualified for the World Games, and he finds himself going for a bronze medal. But you know, that's karate.
That is, and hopefully, because you never know. Quite every favorite girls and guys, they lose in the championship. Steven da Costa, Luigi Busa, Rafael Agier, every strong women and men except 1 or 2, they lose. They lost.
But you know, these athletes, and you know this better than I, when you can't peak all of the time. The Olympics, followed by the World Championships, there has to be time for rest.
Yeah.
Some of the athletes didn't compete then after the World Championships or indeed after the Olympics and rested, come into the European Championships. They haven't been to the Premier Leagues, so this is their first time on the tatami in a major competition. So we can't always expect them to be at their best.
Of course, yes, you're right with it. I mean that it depends on everyone, and they, you know, for their motivation, and they have sometimes to lose to be again in the way of training, of competing, and you know, for their mind to be okay. I want to win. I want to win. I want to train, and sometimes it's not a bad thing that they have to lose to understand that they need it for their motivation.
Exactly. I mean, it's great to win, but and it'd be wonderful to get used to it.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get used to losing.
Of course.
And that's the motivation that comes out. And we just saw a bit of intense pressure there from Luigi Busa. But the young from Spain, Bados, he's up for this. He's only 23 years of age, and he's not fazed by the experience. And he's just starting out on his conquest for international stardom. Jodan Oramawashi there from Busa. Certainly the coach felt it was a good, valid score.
I think it was beautiful, but
the technique was fantastic.
Yeah.
Whether it met the criteria for Ippon, whether it was close enough, let's have a look. We can see the top left-hand screen and the bottom right-hand screen where the kicks are quite evident. Here comes up the kick as the video review team zero in. The kick comes round. Now, because he leant down, didn't he? Bados leant down away from the kick. So, the referee with the headset, Mr. Tony Dent from England, has relayed the message. No, not a valid score. Luigi Busa's coach cannot use the card again. But it was a good attempt, wasn't it, Gilles?
Yeah, it was very spectacular.
Worth going for it. It was great technique.
Great. At the athlete.
Bados just got out of trouble there. As we're in the last minute of the bank. Goes for Chuna Mawashi Geri. And this time, the young man from Spain opens the score. And he caught Luigi Busa with one of Busa's favorite techniques, a roundhouse kick to the body. Busa's going to be reeling from that. Wants to come in, he tries for that high kick again. Into the last 40 seconds we go. And it's Luigi Busa putting Bados under pressure. The Spaniard steps back close to the Jogo line. He's trying to stand his ground. Referee calls Wakarete. To Sukate. Busa stays in close, goes for the Oramawashi. This time successfully. Back in control, That's what an Olympic champion can do.
Yeah, I know, great champion.
22
like him.
seconds on the clock. And now Bados has to come forward. Busa, this time, going to try and stand his ground. Using his tactics into the last 10 seconds. No one penalised. Busa moves away, comes in close, steps around. Has to be careful,
penalty.
gets a workarete. Bados goes down to the tatami.
Very clever, this Busa.
Oh, yes, indeed he was.
He's playing
He does
with the
just
rules.
enough not to break
Yeah.
the... But that's the point, isn't it? That's why it's so important for fighters and coaches to understand the rules as well as the referees.
You know,
Now he just steps off the tatami deliberately, plays safe. There is a
you know,
video.
what he did, no, it's a penalty. You know, he catch the kimono of the guy.
Yes,
Normally it's a penalty, but referee is playing with the rules, and only a man like him could do it. No penalty. You and I will have penalty, not him.
video review from the coach of Bergados.
No.
And it's rejected. No score. 0-0. And the win and the bronze medal goes to the amazing Olympic gold medalist Luigi Busa from Italy. Very clever tactics indeed.
Luigi, Italy.
No. Yeah? Okay.
So that fulfills the last of the Kumite bronze medals. And there were some fantastic techniques there,
Yeah.
Gilles, weren't there?
Yeah, fantastic fight, fantastic athletes. You know, sometimes in the finals, in this kind of finals, the athletes are waiting for, because it's very important for them to get the first point and to win the match. So sometimes we don't have good and beautiful finals. This time, with fantastic techniques, they were competing, they were fighting, they were attacking, and everything was a good performance today in this morning.
But we also had clever tactics and strategies,
Yeah.
as well as the techniques. People like Luigi Busa, as we just saw, using the rules to their advantage, knowing how to get close to the edge but not full foul.
Yeah, you're right. We can see a lot of experience from him, and he knows how to do. And with all this experience, he can just arrive to manage this kind of moment. And everything was perfect in this match. You know, all we have seen today is really karate. It is a beautiful sport.
Very clever indeed, Gilles. And some of the... It's lovely to see the youngsters. We've talked about so many young fighters coming up. And it's absolutely wonderful, Gilles. So thank you, and you're going to come back later to commentate with us once again. But in the meantime, we're going to leave you with some wonderful images so far of the action at the 57th Senior European Karate Championships.
more time. The bronze medalists Kydonaki, Nancy Garcia, Arkania, and Talibov. Please come to the seats next to the medal stage to prepare for the medal ceremony. Arkania, Talibov, Kydonaki, Nancy Garcia. Please come down to the seats next to the medal stage for the medal ceremony. Thank you.